Hi everyone, firstly I just want to say thank you for checking out the last video that I did. It meant a lot to get a good response on the first one. If this is the first video that you've watched, what I'm doing is reflecting back on some recordings that I've done in the past in the run-up to planning the release for two new projects. These were Mycorrhiza and Killenbeck, and check out the last video for more details on them. So today I'm going to talk about a solo piece that I did a few years ago which I called Tilikum. Tilikum was named after a captive orca at SeaWorld and was the focus of a documentary called Blackfish. And I recorded this improvisation shortly after watching Blackfish. You might think it's a strange choice because I never actually released a track officially, but for some reason it really sticks out in my mind because I think it taught me a lot about improvisation and what I value in terms of sound and music. So yeah, Tilikum was a solo piece. It involved using the saxophone to make sounds with extended techniques, mostly. There was a few normal conventional notes in there as well. And I had a clip-on microphone and that went into an effects pedal chain made up of pedals that were actually stolen from me while I was on tour in Germany out the back of John Law's car. John was trying to convince me to do a crowdfunder to raise some money to try and replace them, but I couldn't bring myself to it. I did have to spend a 12-hour journey in the car home, sat in the back with a smashed window though, so I did kind of get my punishment. And so the pedals were an electroharmonic freeze, a Boss Super Octave pedal or an OC3, which is really useful because it has a range dial on it, so you can select the frequency that you want the sound to start being pitched down the octave. And then there's a Boss Digital delay as well, and there was a Zvex Fuzz Factory and a Hex Revolver. I missed this one the most. So some of the extended techniques, saxophone techniques that I was using was open slap tongue. If you don't know what a slap tongue is, it's where you place your tongue on the reed and create a little pocket of air. And that little pocket of air creates a suction, and you basically pull your tongue down and let the reed slap up against the mouthpiece. So if you do it with your mouth closed around the mouthpiece, then you get more pitch, and if you do it with your mouth open, you get more of a percussive sound with less pitch. And that's it. I also was using like really subtle faded tones. And I was using teeth squeals as well. I was also using low note ram tongues. Ram tongues often get confused with slap tonguing. I stuck to the low notes for the ram tonguing as well. The OC3 picked it up and put it down the octave as well, so it sounded a bit like a kick drum. And with that and the slap tonguing, you might have seen Joshua Redman or someone doing like a beatboxing type thing. For the saxophone, that was pretty much it. There was like one long note at the end as well. So the way the process went is that I just started improvising, and then I kept improvising. On the first couple of takes I will have playing lots of different ideas, and then as I went along I limited myself more and more to a selection of ideas to make it into a proper piece rather than waffling. So like I said, I freeze the slap tongue at the start, and this continues for the whole of the piece. And this, along with the static settings on the delay and the reverb, kind of puts everything in the same space. which is kind of what I was aiming to do, because I'm kind of like imitating the SeaWorld enclosure which Tilikum was kept in. The idea of it drowning in reverb kind of conjures up the right imagery, and it's meant to sound a bit claustrophobic. So yeah, there's another piece. I'm probably going to do a tipping point piece next time, but if you've got any requests as well, let me know. I made a little animated graphic score to accompany the listening, and see what you think. Hope you're all keeping well, stay safe and take it easy.